In November 2022, the quiet college town of Moscow, Idaho, was shattered by a horrifying discovery. Four university students were found brutally murdered in their off-campus home on King Road. The victims were Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernadle, and Ethan Chapin, young, bright, and full of promise. The crime shocked the nation and left investigators facing one of the most chilling mysteries in recent American history. The town fell silent. Doors that were once left unlocked now stayed bolted. Fear replaced the small-town calm that Moscow was known for. For weeks, there were no suspects, no arrests, and no answers. But beneath the surface, detectives were working around the clock, following faint clues that would eventually lead them to one man, Bryan Kohberger. Bryan was a PhD student studying criminology at Washington State University, just a short drive across the state line. To many, he seemed like a quiet, intelligent man obsessed with understanding the minds of criminals. But to investigators, that obsession would take on a much darker meaning. Using surveillance footage, phone records, and DNA evidence, police began connecting the dots. A white Hyundai Elantra was seen speeding away from the crime scene in the early morning hours. That same model of car was registered to Bryan Kohberger. When his phone data was analyzed, it revealed he had been near the victim's house several times in the weeks leading up to the murders, even late at night. The biggest breakthrough came from a simple piece of trash. Investigators recovered a DNA sample from the crime scene, a single trace on a knife sheath found near one of the victims. When compared to genetic material from trash taken outside Bryan's family home in Pennsylvania, the match was nearly perfect. On December 30th, 2022, Bryan Kohberger was arrested in the early morning hours by a SWAT team. The nation watched in shock as the once promising criminology student was led away in handcuffs. He was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary. The evidence against him was damning, but the motive remained unclear. Why would a student studying criminal justice commit such a crime? Was it an experiment gone too far? A desire for control? Or something even deeper? A fascination with the very evil he was meant to understand? In the months that followed, Bryan's arrest became one of the most discussed cases in true crime history. His classmates recalled strange conversations. His professors spoke of his intense curiosity about criminal behavior, and online sleuths tried to piece together every detail of his life. Some pointed out his Reddit posts, where he once asked ex-convicts to describe how they felt when committing their crimes. Others noted his cold demeanor in class and his interest in crime scene procedures. But despite all the theories, one thing remains hauntingly clear. 4 young lives were stolen, and an entire community changed forever. As the legal process continues, questions still linger. Was Bryan Kohberger driven by an academic obsession, or by something far darker that no textbook could explain? For the families of Madison, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan, the pain remains immeasurable. Their names have become a symbol of the fragility of safety and trust. A reminder that even in the most peaceful places, darkness can still find its way in. This case will be studied for years to come, not only for its brutality, but for the disturbing irony of who the suspect was. A man who sought to understand crime, and may have become its very embodiment. Thank you for watching CaseVault. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life mysteries and crime documentaries. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.